These 20 sleep habits have helped my sleep so much that I wanted to share them with you. So we're going to start out with number 1, which is midday sun exposure. And everyone knows, just how important it is to get sunlight in the morning, but midday light of that bright intensity is key to prevent that delayed phase of the circadian clock so that, we're not alert when we're supposed to be getting sleepy. And it actually helps to improve our stress response as well. So just being outside is going to help your body naturally regulate melatonin. It's also just going to lower your stress during the day. And I feel like a good night's sleep really begins the moment that you open your eyes and all throughout your day. So something that I think is really easy to overlook, that I really overlooked for a while, is really preparing a nourishing dinner doesn't just begin with, what you cook, but how you cook. And the anticipation of your dinner is really the first part of your digestion process, and not only helping to break down your food, but really up-regulating your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest. So when you get excited to make your dinner, it's not only going to help you to, assimilate your nutrients well, but actually helps your body to physically relax. Which brings us into our next point, and that's to create an environment that brings you joy. And that can be something as simple as flowers, or lighting a candle, or opening the window, romanticizing your life really in those little ways. And I think when we intentionally cultivate beauty in our environment, it gives us that sense of peace, even if it's in the smallest things, because beauty brings us joy. And we were really created to create beautiful things. Even something as simple as a meal, that is a beautiful thing. And so even engaging in your senses in cooking, that can actually really help to calm down your mind at the end of the day, especially if your mind is racing or just thinking a lot. Touching your food, smelling it, tasting it, using your body to engage in what you're doing can really help to signal safety to your brain. And so even as something as simple as laughing, singing, humming, it stimulates your vagus nerve, and that's de-stressing as well. So don't underestimate the power of those little things. I feel like in my life, especially the past few months, when life can get kind of hard, you can forget to sing and forget to dance and forget to laugh. And that's so life-giving and de-stressing, and really does help us to be able to sleep. This is definitely a fun one, but making a sleepy time mocktail is a really fun way to relax. Creating this is really fun, but also the tart cherry juice can help to stimulate your body's own natural production of melatonin, and also contains a little bit of melatonin. So I mix it in there with some sparkling water and ginger and a little bit of mint. So yummy. It's delicious. Next up, we have eating a dinner with balanced protein, carb, and fat. This is so important to stabilize your blood sugar. It's going to help you sleep and have your body not have to make its own blood sugar through the release of cortisol, which can really keep you up at night and actually wake you up in the middle of the night. So ensuring a good night's sleep really is so important with balancing your blood sugar and giving thanks. What a powerful way to think about in our life what is true and lovely and good. And when we do that, it literally changes everything. It doesn't just change our sleep, it changes our life when we are grateful. It's time to get ready to go to bed. I've been loving going in the sauna every night. It's like my favorite way to wind down and relax. And actually, it's fun to do kind of some cold therapy afterwards. I love, if you haven't tried that. I know not everybody has a sauna in their house. I'm super thankful for it. We grew up with a sauna actually because my mom really struggled with like chemical sensitivity growing up. So anyway, we've had a sauna for years and years and years, and my parents just left that sauna here. So I'm very grateful to have a sauna. But even if you do just like a bath with some magnesium flakes or Epsom salts, that's a really good way to do kind of the hot and cold therapy. You can do a little hot bath, like a warm bath, and then get in the shower just for like a minute or two with the cooler cold water, and it is so relaxing to your nervous system. It's an amazing way to wind down, especially if you struggle with falling asleep and things like that. It's just it's a fun kind of at-home therapeutic thing to do. I feel like the end of this past year, I really just I'm gonna set you down. I really struggled with sleep at the end of this past year. Like instead of being relaxing and like nice to go to bed, it was very hard for me to fall asleep. I really struggled with just kind of a racing heart, a racing mind. I just really struggled to go to sleep. It became a really difficult thing for me to not just fall asleep, but stay asleep. I had a really hard time constantly waking up throughout the night, and I always struggled because I feel like for me, melatonin, I actually realized that it would kind of give me headaches the next day. And so I realized it wasn't like a good fit for me. So whenever I was looking into trying to find something that would support my sleep, I wanted something that was going to be definitely more focused on like minerals and herbs and not as much like a sedative that was just gonna knock you out, because those have kind of the goal of like making you fall asleep. But with something that's more natural, that's really gonna help you to truly be able to have your own body reset and have your own body's circadian rhythm reset and get into a natural, good routine again. I finally found something that really helped me. This is the Fall Asleep from Sandland. I'm obsessed with this formula because it's herbal and they put magnesium in here. Like, when I found this and I saw the ingredients, I was like, this is the best natural sleep aid that is gonna help your own body's circadian rhythm to reset. I take the Fall Asleep about an hour before I wanna go to bed, and then I take the Stay Asleep about like 10 to 15 minutes before I'm actually gonna fall asleep. So cheers. So this has the magnesium in there. That's been shown to help cut down on the time that it actually takes for you to fall asleep. And then valerian is very heavily researched. That's been really shown to help really enable you to get that super deep sleep. And I love that they put L-theanine in here as well, which is an amino acid found in tea leaves actually. And that's been very researched as well and really been shown to really help calm your nerves. This has been so helpful for me. I absolutely love Sandland. I feel like a lot of sleep aids, it's very habit forming, and these are non-habit forming. And I just love that it helps your own body, your own circadian rhythm, and just your mind to be able to wind down itself so that you actually don't need these forever. So, and it's the perfect combo too, because if you struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep, like whatever you struggle with, you can pick whatever you need support with. I honestly like them both. I feel like they work so well together. I can't even express to you, like, herbs and minerals are life-changing, and they have done such an amazing job at blending that. I've never found anything that doesn't make me drowsy, that doesn't give me headaches, that's non-habit forming, that has an herbal blend like this with the magnesium in there. It is the best, and they're giving you 15% off, and you can get them on Amazon. So you can use code Cambria15 and get 15% off your Sandland, and they're on Amazon. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. Such a good code, definitely take advantage of it. So thank you, Sandland, for sponsoring this video, and you're gonna get the best sleep of your night. You add in the sleep mocktail, and you are getting the sweetest dreams of your life. Another fun little habit that's really changed my life is utilizing hot and cold therapy. Now, I know that not everybody has an at-home sauna, but you can totally do this with a bath and then hop in like a really cold shower. I really enjoy doing something to support detox pathways during this time. I love using castor oil. It's super relaxing, great for your liver, great for just you in general. Also releasing tension with something like gua sha, or I always love doing like a little foot massage in the sauna with just like a little ball. It can be something as simple as literally just rubbing your shoulders, like just anything to release tension. And then the next thing is supporting your sleep with glycine and salt. Salt helps to lower adrenaline, which can be so life-changing. Adding in just a little bit of salt to your before bed snack to help lower that adrenaline and really help to calm you down and let you be able to go to sleep well. And glycine is an amino acid that's really rich in gelatin, which is why these marshmallows are so wonderful. And that amino acid, we actually need that to produce glutathione. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants in our body. And also it's a neurotransmitter. So it's amazing for sleep. These are so wonderful. I mean, it's so funny, like just the classic marshmallow, these maple marshmallows are so good. I will leave the link to the exact recipe in the description box. And then of course, an herbal sleep supplement. So powerful. Do not underestimate the power of herbs. And lastly, in this chatting portion is to prioritize fun. I really have made this something that I have really focused on in the past few months, because usually I just get worried at the end of the day and my mind can race, but prioritizing fun in whatever way that looks like, a spontaneous pillow fight, whatever it is, has made all the difference in my sleep. I'm about to cut myself a marshmallow. Look at the shiny glossiness. I'm telling you, there's nothing as good as a homemade marshmallow. Absolutely the fluffiest. Don't be intimidated by them. I know it can kind of seem like, oh, I have to heat them to the right temperature. I've honestly found that if you kind of just let it come up to that kind of really bubbly boil, that it really does well. Thanks for hanging out with me last night. I hope that you just kind of got some ideas for how to wind down and really prepare your body and your mind for sleep, because I definitely have struggled the past few months, and I'm so grateful. I finally have been feeling so much better, and I got such a good, deep night of sleep last night without waking up in the middle of the night, and just like sleeping so deeply and so well and waking up rested. And there really just is nothing better than that. But I wanted to share just a couple more things with you that I have been really loving, because obviously I don't do all of these things like every single night. Like I don't always do flowers or like make that extravagant of a dinner. That's the thing, is whatever is not gonna feel overwhelming. Like last night, that was not overwhelming to me at all. That was fun, that was rejuvenating. And I know that sometimes maybe we can like come on here or see things online and feel like we have to have these big, elaborate, fancy routines to fall asleep, or do all these different, habits or hacks. And hopefully you can just think about like, what would really sound good to me tonight? What sounds really fun for me and my senses? Like what would be a beautiful atmosphere to look at? Would it just be simply like cleaning up? Would it be adding some flowers into my space? Would it be, putting my clothes away before I go to bed? Sometimes it's like seriously as simple as that, and it's those little things that make me feel, less stressed. And really reimagine like what little joys that you can bring into your days and into your evenings specifically. Like even yesterday, like making an appetizer before dinner, I never do that. And I just felt like doing something so fun, and I discovered such a yummy, delicious like recipe on accident. It was so good. Dipping the beets in that whipped brie with the pistachios and the honey and the mint, it was another level of deliciousness. You should definitely try that. And I feel like the more that I learn about nervous system health and just the way that God made our bodies to respond to stress and how to de-stress and certain things that you can do, really it is really the little things, like taking deep breaths, noticing your surroundings, enjoying like the sights and the smells, and laughing. I mean, it's amazing that, there's even studies that go into these things, petting your dog, hugging a loved one, laughing, taking deep breaths, humming, all these things that, stimulate the vagus nerve and, promote neurotransmitters and dopamine and all these different things. It honestly just amazes me just how simple it really is. So you can't, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You shouldn't. Make it easy, make it fun. And I hope that you just get the best night of sleep and rest and find a routine that really supports you and that you love and that you look forward to. So with all that being said, I thought I would share just a couple of my favorite things. First of all, I have tried every single eye mask. I never used to be an eye mask person. I just felt like, I just didn't really get it really. And years ago, one of my friends who was in ministry too, we were at a girl's sleepover and she brought this and she was like, oh, I don't go one night without my sleep mask. Like I can't even sleep without a sleep mask anymore. And I was like, really? It intrigued me so much that I bought a sleep mask, actually this one, but I've tried so many of them over the years. I have tried so many different face like sleep masks. This is the best one. It doesn't pinch down on your nose. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't affect like breathing, which none of them should affect breathing, but I don't know. Sometimes the pressure that they put on your face. This is completely blackout. It is the best. It's super it's soft. I washed this. I mean, it is the best, most comfy sleep mask. I can't recommend it enough. And especially if you live somewhere where there is like a lot of lights coming in through the window, these can be such an amazing tool to have. And honestly, I do not go one night without using my sleep mask. It really is the best. So there's that. And then another thing that I wanted to mention is red light. Oh, do you like my shorts? I was getting my sunshine. I was getting my midday sun so that I can have a good night's sleep, tonight. But yeah, another thing is red light therapy. And this is something that I just started recently doing and I love. It is so relaxing. It's so calming. One of my favorite things too is like firelight at night. You can sit around a fire. You can obviously enjoy, if you're wanting to really do the red light therapy, you can invest in a red light therapy. This is something that's honestly taken me a long time to do. But the more that I learn about light and how much and how deep of an impact it really does have on our hormones, it's very fascinating to me. I always just try to be empowered with information. That doesn't mean I'm never gonna go on my phone. Honestly, just being honest, I'm never gonna go on my phone before I go to bed. Like I do that sometimes, but the more that I learn, the more empowered that I am to really utilize light to, the maximum benefit. So red light therapy is amazing. And then last but not least, the blue light blockers. Let's just take a moment and appreciate these glasses. I have this app with my friend and we like message back and forth. And sometimes I message her with these on and she's like, that's my favorite outfit. When you're wearing these glasses and when you have on, I wear like a little sleep silk bonnet to bed with this and my retainer, it's a full look. I mean, it really is. But anyway, a good, nice blue blockers. These are awesome to wear after sunset if you're really trying to, watch your blue light and everything like that. But really the biggest thing is just not to stress. And that's really the biggest thing is we don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, no blue blockers, or I can't look at anything, that's blue light after sunset, or that affects our sleep more than anything. So just, taking everything with a grain of salt, being empowered by the information, not overwhelmed, and just doing those little things that are gonna make you happy. Make some yummy marshmallows, get a good little herbal sleep supplement. These are seriously the best. I got the best night of sleep last night with my Sandland, and I was really doing these consistently in January, and then I feel like life was really hard in March, and that's the thing, when life can get stressful, it's easy to kind of fall out of those routines. And so April, now it's May, but really April, I was like, I'm getting back into my routine and it has made the biggest difference in my sleep, in my life. If you are going through a stressful season, it can already be stressful enough to deal with that, but then not getting sleep and having that stressor compound, it can just feel like a lot. But I hope that this really just helped you, that it made you excited, not overwhelmed, not like you have to do all the things, not like you're doing anything wrong. You're not. Nobody does anything perfect ever. And just creating a routine that truly makes you happy, brings you joy, and allowing yourself really to communicate safety to your nervous system with looking at beautiful things like flowers, with fully immersing yourself in the cooking and smelling it and touching it and enjoying the texture and listening, opening up your window or whatever. If you don't have a window, you know what I'm saying? Turning on some music and letting yourself feel those shifts in your body, those simple things, those just God-given gifts, something as simple as singing, humming, saying thank you, giving somebody a hug, laughing, calling a friend, whatever it is, allowing that to remind your body that you are safe, you are loved, and that you can get a wonderful good night's sleep, that you can relax, and that God wants to give you sleep, that you don't need to worry, but also just being reminded that things don't have to be perfect or completely stress-free to be able to get a good night's sleep, because you deserve a good night of rest and to leave your worries with your maker and let yourself inhale that truth that you deserve a good night of sleep and a good night of rest, and you can exhale your worries and your fears and leave them in the hands of the one who knows exactly how to carry them, because we are not created to carry those. And other than that, I will leave links to every single thing in the description box. Don't forget, you can check out Sandland on Amazon and use Cambria 15 for 15% off. Such a good deal, such an incredible herbal sleep supplement that is perfect for everyday use. And I'll just link all the things for you. Have the best night of sleep ever, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.